Good afternoon. Today I'm going to talk about my big three. These are the three major items that I'll be taking on my Appalachian Trail through hike starting next week. The big three consist of your tent, which is behind me, your sleeping bag, which I have here, your sleeping pad, which I also have here currently, and your backpack. To start with, my backpack is made by Z-Packs, is a 60-liter pack. It can hold up to 40 pounds of gear, and it weighs approximately 21 ounces overall, empty. Next, we'll move into my sleeping gear, which is the second part of your big three. I have purchased a Enlightened Equipment 950 fill Enigma sleeping bag with a cold temperature rating of 20 degrees. This is what I'll be sleeping in at night, along with my sleep gear, which I'll go over later. Also, as part of your sleeping gear, you have the air mattress, and I currently have a Thermal Rest Neo Air. As you can see, it's windy. Thermal Air X-Lite. This will be my sleeping pad. Just put my sleeping bag on. And my tent, which is the third part of your big three, which is behind me, set up already, is considered a single wall tent. It is a trekking pole tent. I don't have regular stakes or poles to hold it up. I have used my trekking poles as support for my peak. And that it has a vestibule when I pull out my leaves, and that it has two entrances, front side and on the back side, so I can get in on either side. This was where I will be sleeping. The inside is approximately 30 square feet, which makes it about 44 inches wide and 80 inches long, which is plenty big for my 6-foot frame. This tent itself weighs approximately 21 ounces also, same as my backpack. Altogether, my backpack, my sleeping bag, my air rest, and my tent, the big three themselves, they weigh 4.3 pounds, which is the exact weight of my last tent I owned prior to purchasing this. Okay, last weekend I did a small video discussing my big three, which is my pack, which was a Z-Packs Arc Haul 60-liter pack, along with my tent, which was a Z-Packs Duplex L, and then my sleep system, my Enlightened Equipment quilt, and my Thermal Rest Neo Air. This week I'm going to discuss what I'm going to be taking with me in my pack. That will be my clothing that I'm going to be wearing, sleeping in when it gets a little colder, my cooking equipment, my water, my first aid, my electronics, and some miscellaneous stuff. So let's get started with the clothing I'm going to be wearing. I'm going to start off by wearing a Minnesota Golden Gopher ball cap for shade. I'm also going to be wearing a Minnesota Golden Gopher t-shirt. It is 100% cotton. I tried to find a tri-blend or something that was more moisture wicking that had the gopher on it. With no luck. If any of my friends come across it, or family come across one, let me know. I'll try to order it. For sock wear, I'm going to be wearing a pair of Darn Tough socks and a pair of Ninja toe socks. Got the little toes in here. These are supposed to be good in helping blisters, which I really do not need while doing this hike at all. And so that's what I'll be wearing. I do have 2 pairs of each to wear, just in case one pair gets wet or whatever. I have another pair to wear. I'm going to be wearing Aficionado underwear. I have 2 pairs of them also, so I can change them out at least every couple days. And I'm going to be wearing Meyer 5-inch running shorts most of the time. If it gets colder out, I do have a pair of smart wool leggings that I can put on underneath the shorts, which will help keep me a little bit warmer. And a 3/4 zip Z-Pax merino wool hooded sun shirt. As you can tell, you can probably layer up. I do have another shirt that I can wear at night that I could possibly wear. But if it's that cold out, I do have a Enlightened Equipment Torrid puffy jacket, which will help me keep warm also. I can wear it on top of all that stuff. If it's really cold, I do have a Gopher knit cap, a merino wool by -33 neck gaiter that I can put over my neck and then put over my mouth if it gets too cold. And as I've gotten older, once it gets about 35 degrees outside, my fingertips really start to get numb. So I do have a pair of all-weather gloves to help kind of block some of the wind and the rain if needed. Now at night, I'm going to have basically the same gear, but this is stuff I'll just wear strictly at night. But I did change my socks. I have something called Willow alpaca socks. These are supposed to be a little bit warmer and a little bit more water resistant. Not that I'm worried about that at night. I have another cotton Golden Gopher t-shirt to wear when it's warmer. And for those chillier nights, I do have Columbia leggings, which are supposed to reflect your heat. As you can tell, they're kind of gold inside, if you can anyways, with the sun shining. They're gold on the inside. This is supposed to help reflect your body heat to help keep you warmer at night. And then I also bought a matching Columbia shirt that I can wear at night if it gets chillier and keep me warmer. It does the same thing, kind of reflects your body heat and helps keep you warmer. On rainy days, I do have some. I did buy a pair of REI rain pants to go if it gets rainy out, which is not my favorite weather. So the better I can stay dry, the better off I'll be. So these REI rain pants I purchased to go with this New Face rain jacket. It does have armpit vents, which is good for me because I do heat up quick and I do get warm. So I can open these up to help kind of regulate my body temperature if it's a warm, rainy day. The shoes I have chosen these Ultra Lone Peak 7s GTX, basically just meaning they're water resistant, which when I'm starting off early, it's going to be a little rainier, might still be a little snow out there. Anything to help keep my feet dry will be a plus. And then I'll switch over to the warmer weather to these Ultra 7s trail runners. I've been using these a lot when I go on my practice hikes. I really like these shoes. So when it does get warmer, I'll switch over to these. I do not really care for high tops, but like I said, winter months, it might help. Okay, let's move on to my cooking. Everybody's curious on how I'll be cooking. I have a 750 milliliter Tokes pot, which is where I'll boil my water in to cook my food. It gets a tat, and I'll be using these 8-ounce Coleman or whatever brand is available of gas. And I have what's called an MSR pocket rocket, which just screws onto the canister like this. And you just set your pot on top and it cooks away until the water boils, and you shut it off and you're good to go. And to light it, I am taking a mini Bic lighter to start it. Now, in order to get water to cook some of my dry food or make hot cocoa or make my hot oatmeal that I'll be taking with, I have what's this CNOC 2-liter water bladder that I'll fill up at our water sources. And I have a standard size Sawyer squeeze water filter, which gets attached to the bottom of this bladder like this. It's filled with water, and to hold my water, I am taking 2 1-liter bottles, smart water bottles, and all you do is open them up, put the water in, open the filter, and squeeze it into the bottle, and you have fresh water. That'll be how I'll be getting most of my water. Okay, let's move on to something that probably has me worried more than anything: staying healthy. Scratches, bumps, bruises, getting sick or whatever. I do have a first aid kit, and a pair of fingernail nippers and tweezer case to take with for nail care, getting slivers out. But in my first aid kit, I will be carrying some moleskins, which will be used, which will be used for hot spots on my feet. You just add it to it, kind of put it in spots if you start getting a blister. It helps keep the shoes or socks off from rubbing, trying to prevent blisters. If I get a scrape or not, I did get a bottle of new skin. I don't know how long I'll keep it. If I don't use it, I'll probably get rid of it. Neosporin for those little small cuts, to put it on there, help keep infections from forming. A variety of different band-aids and gauze sizes to go with. Some alcohol wipes for them small bites or whatever from mosquitoes. And then I got a Benadryl stick to wipe it on. Got a small roll of tape to help keep the band-aids on if it gets too wet, to help keep them secure. The dreaded tick remover. When it gets warmer, the ticks will come out. I have treated all my clothing and my backpack and stuff with permethrin, which is supposed to help prevent ticks from wanting to be on your clothes. And then I got my little pill bag, as I call it. It's got a little bit of everything in it. It's got some Dayquil in it, Motrin, Tylenol, Aleve, Imodium. It's going to have, believe it or not, I was able to get an early prescription for Lyme disease. If I'm able to catch a tick on me within 3 days, I got a 3-day supply to help treat possibility of Lyme disease if I start showing symptoms. And then I'm going to be taking my daily meds, my high blood pressure meds and my cholesterol meds with too. Next will be the electronics. As you can see, I got my earbuds in. They're Shocks bone conduction earbuds. I really like these. I can still hear everything around me when I'm listening to music or listen to a podcast or something. I really like these. I also bought a ScanDisk 2 terabyte external hard drive to transfer my pictures and my videos to not back up my phone. I'll also be taking along with me to help keep my phone, my Garmin, which I forgot to bring out, my Garmin, my phone, my earbuds, my watch, all charged. I bought a 26,000 milliohm Anchor battery and a 65 watt rapid charge wall socket to charge it when we get into town or whatever, to keep everything charged while I'm hiking. To go with that, I just have a myriad of charging cables for my phone, for my headlamp, again for the phone, for my battery pack, possibly charge my headphones. That should take care of all my electronic stuff while I'm out, so I should be able to keep good contact with everybody and be happy with that. Miscellaneous things I've decided to take, not so much a miscellaneous thing, but I am going to be taking my prescription sunglasses with, for the sole purpose of being able to see. I will also be taking my prescription work glasses I have at work currently, to be taking them with so I can read and stuff while I'm in town. Along with that, I bought a AT guide for the 2024 season, which basically shows you the trail, landmarks and all that other stuff that you want to see, town maps of where you can find places to eat, outdoor repair fitters for your gear if needed, a couple smell-proof resistant bags to store some food in during the day so the bears can't smell it, and then I bought a cold weather bag. This will hold my battery, my cell phone, my Garmin, and that stuff for when the weather is cold out, because cold weather does drain your battery. So I'll stick it in this and stick it in the bottom of my foot box for my quilt, which will keep it warm and hopefully help preserve the battery. Another thing I'm taking as a kind of a luxury item, took me a long time to decide on this, but I talked to a couple people and they highly recommended taking an umbrella. They said for a couple reasons, if you're a modest guy or a girl or whatever, and you have to do your business, which we'll get into in a minute, this is kind of, you'd open it up and kind of block the backside so nobody's staring at your moon. But it also said if you're walking on a highway, because there is some highway walking, you can open this up and it'll create some sort of shade during the summer instead of having the sun beat down on you while you're walking on the highway. So I decided to get it. We'll see how it works the first few months. We didn't even see how it works in the rain since I don't like it. One of the guys at the REI outdoor center I go to mentioned that after he bought the umbrella, he did away with his rain jacket and rain gear because the umbrella worked just fine and dandy during the summer. When you're wearing shorts and a t-shirt, you just need this to cover your head and pretty much keeps you dry. Now the fun stuff, the business end of the deal. What I have here is a deuce shovel for digging a cat hole, which we need to do approximately 200 feet from the trail. You want to dig your hole 6 to 8 inches deep and about 5 to 6 inches in diameter. And then you just top a squat over the hole and do your thing. I did buy some rapid dissolving toilet paper meant for RVs or marine use, thinking that it might be better for the environment or even the privies along the trail using it. So I bought that. And then I bought these dude wipes, which seem to be becoming fairly popular, to help keep your backside clean. So I'm going to see how these work with doing that, plus it's an advantage to help keep my face clean and stuff at the end of the day, wipe some of the dirt and stuff off. And when you're done doing your stuff, I do have a bottle of Perel hand sanitizers attached to my pack that I'll clean my hands with. And last, I mentioned my cook system. This here is my bear canister. This here is a BV 500, and it will hold my food that I carry for approximately 3 to 4 days in it. Let me open it up and I'll show you some of this general idea of some of the food I'll be eating while I'm on the trail. It's not going to be the healthiest. I'm going to try to maintain taking in 2,500 calories of food a day. We'll just have to see how that works. I'll be eating tortillas on trail. One of the big things people do every now and then is buy summer sausage. I love summer sausage, so I figured I'd give it a try to start with. Also, for something hot, I bought some ramen to go with, to warm up and heat ramen noodles. They're lightweight and you just need some water. I also have these pouches of tuna, chicken from back in the day. I've been trying out this and they've actually made them better from when I remember when I was a kid. I'm doing Spam Light singles as a meat product and get lots of protein from it. The chicken premiums I can even use to put in the chicken ramen to give it a little bit more protein, a little bit more hardiness to it. For daily snacks or whatever, I really like these Builder protein bars. They seem to work quite well as far as giving me protein. Gives me 300 calories and 20 grams of protein in one bar. Protein to be important. Then you'll have other things like Snickers candy bars, Paydays to eat, the Cliff bars with the oatmeal and the chips and the peanut butter in it. My breakfast will be mostly, I'm going to probably stick with the Kodiak high protein oatmeal and the Carnation's breakfast essentials. French vanilla has 13 grams of protein in it. So in my little breakfast alone, I have 35 grams of protein and about 600 calories to start the day off, which will be nice, especially even if it's cold. I'm looking at possibly getting some hot chocolate because I'm not a coffee drinker for nothing, or tea to start my day off if it's cold, because I really do like hot chocolate more than coffee. I'll be taking some liquid IV with. It's kind of the same as Noon and stuff, but I'm not a big fan of Noon. I don't like their flavoring as much as I do these. These are just hydration packs. They give you some BCAAs and added vitamins and minerals when you add it to your water. So I'm going to do these. And as an emergency backup, just in case I miscalculate how much food I'll need between town stops or whatever, I do have a packet of Backpacker's Pantry just as a backup. Just add water, kind of like the Mountain House meals, just dry. And then to help eat it all, I have a Toke spoon to help get into the bag. Okay, that should cover it. I'm going to try to get this video edited soon so I can get it on YouTube and get it sent out for people to see. If they have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. I do leave this coming Friday morning to head to Georgia. I want to hike the approach trail, which is 8.5 miles on Saturday. Take a rest day on Sunday, and then Monday morning, bright and early, start out hiking the AT. With any luck, perseverance, mental abilities whatsoever, and the graces of God, I'll finish it within the 6-month period that I want. But thank you very much, and I hope to continue doing these videos, and I hope they keep getting better. Thank you.